Hey, you guys. I am coming live, obviously. Coming live. I just wanted to talk to you guys for a few minutes, okay? About it, just in case you didn't know. Did you know about sponsoring? That's what I want to chat with you guys. So if you jump on, say hello, okay? If you don't know me, my name is Anya Faust. I'm like Mama Bear. To the group, I'm the superstar director for this group, the Wildflower Warrior group. But I just want to talk to you guys because I feel like so many people don't know. And we talk about these things a lot when you get to leadership, but it's not so much talked about when you're not a leader yet. And it's stuff you should know. So there you go. You should know it. Okay, so did you know about sponsoring? Did you know that, hey, Sherry, that if you are not going to work to get your 500 PRV minimum, as a leader, there is really no point in you sponsoring. Did you know that? And I don't say that to be mean. I say that because when you sponsor and you get your 500 minimum, okay, that's a leadership minimum PRV number, then you move into getting bonuses from Sensi to up your check. If you are not getting bonuses, what is the point of sponsoring? If you do not want to level up and you do not want to promote to become a leader, what is the point of sponsoring? There's not one, okay? There's just not one. Did you know when it comes to sponsoring, if you are not active for a consecutive 4-month period as a person who has a team, you lose your team? Did you know that? I've had people very upset before because they were not active for 4 months in a row. Active is 200 PRV, so not even your leadership minimum of 500, okay? But they didn't have their 200 PRV for a 4-month period. If you do not have 200 PRV in a 4-month period and you have a team, that team rolls up to your sponsor, okay? The amount of frontline that I have inherited from people because they have not been active for a consecutive 4-month period is disturbing. I'm just gonna be really honest. Good for me, but like that's not okay. That's not the reason. I don't want to gain my frontline that way, okay? I want to gain my teamies by me going out and talking with them wanting to join Sensi, okay? So if you are not willing to make sure that you are above active, those leadership minimums, 500 PRV, okay? Because that also, again, if you don't have at least 500 PRV, you are not getting bonuses from Sensi. There is no point in you sponsoring. Oh, hi, honey. There's no point. So if you are not active for a 4-month period, your team rolls to your sponsor. You no longer have a team. If you were a star consultant and you were not active in a 4-month period, you go down to being a certified consultant. You are no longer a star consultant. And if I sponsored you, your people all come to me. Okay. I know people get upset about that. I am not chasing people who have a team to let them know, hey, you're going to lose your team. Because if you checked your workstation, you would know. It is plain as day right there, okay? There are boxes that will say lose downline, all right? If you have a team and you have a teamie that hasn't been active for 4 months, you can go to downline roll-up report. It's on the left-hand side of your workstation under reporting, and it will show you who you have inherited. I do encourage you to reach out to those people, okay? Reach out to those people, see if they need help, see if they need anything at all, because you are now their new sponsor and you should be helping them. Did you know that if you are a certified consultant with a team of 6, you do not get bonuses from Sensi, leadership bonuses, which means your check is not expanding because you're sponsoring. You're just sponsoring to sponsor. I don't know why. You're just sponsoring to sponsor. If you're going to sponsor, you should be wanting to get to that next level. You should be wanting to be a leader because it's going to grow your check, but it's also going to grow your mindset, your business. It's going to grow all the things and your teamies, okay? That's how you literally give them the best of the best to help them get where you are. All right. Did you know that if you are sponsoring and you have a team and you are a lead consultant and your teamie is a lead consultant, you are not getting bonuses from that teamie? Okay. If you're sponsoring, you've got to stay ahead. All right. You want to stay ahead of those that you've sponsored on your team, because if you look at the compensation plan, a lead consultant does not get a bonus from a lead consultant, or not from Sensi for a lead consultant. okay? You would want to be a star. You want to be the next level up. If your team is looking at promoting, you better get your butt in gear and you better keep going, all right? Scentsy does that because they want their leaders to be working harder than their teammates, because you're working to help your teammates get where you are, right? And you're leading by example, okay? So if you are the same title as someone that is on your front line, you are not getting leadership bonuses from them unless you are a director. If you are a director and you have a teamie that promotes to director, then that is a different story. You can be a director and you can have a teamie that's a star director or a superstar director, and you will still get leadership bonuses from Scentsy. Because you hit director. Otherwise, you want to stay ahead of your team, okay? You want to lead, literally lead them, all right, in all of the areas that you can, okay? Did you know when it comes to sponsoring that once you hit lead consultant and you're a leader, so in order to do that, you need 500 PRV, you need at least one active frontline, okay? And you need at least 1,000 GWV. That's you and your teamie's numbers combined, 75% of y'all's numbers combined, okay? Then you promote to lead consultant, and that's when bonuses, leadership bonuses start kicking in. But did you know, okay, that if you do that, right, and you have a frontline who stays at certified, but they have a downline, okay, they have a downline that maybe is a star consultant, their TWV, their team numbers, are what you get your bonus from when it comes to Scentsy, okay? Scentsy looks at their team numbers and they say, oh, good job, Jenna. Way to be there for your team. Way to answer questions. Way to set them up for success. Way to train them. Here you go. Here is a bonus from Scentsy based off of that number. Okay? So you do not just want to work with your front line. You also want to work with your downline. Okay? And you want to help them reach their goals. If they don't have goals, cool. That's fine. Leave them be. If they have goals, but they're saying they want something and they're not putting the effort in, or they're not doing a challenge, or they're not, if you were like, hey, your PRV has been 2K every month, but you've never sponsored. You say you want to be a leader, you need to go have 5 joint conversations, and they're not willing to do it. That's not someone I'm really focused on. I'm not. I'm going to be honest. Put your money where your mouth is, right? You need to put in as much effort as you expect me to put in. It's your business. Okay, so if you want me to put effort into you, you've got to put that effort into your own business, all right? That's how I go about it. That's what I teach the leaders, because if not, I've had leaders just spinning their wheels trying to help people who don't want it, and that's not okay. That's not fair to those people either, or the people who actually do want it on their teams. So all of those little tidbits of did you know when you sponsor, okay? Did you know when you sponsor, here's a good one. Don't cancel me. It is selfish of you to sit there and just be active but refuse to get your 500 and actually take care of your team. That's selfish. That's selfish, okay? If you're just sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna be active, I'm gonna do the bare minimum, but I have this team and I'm sitting at lead consultant, but you're never paid as a lead consultant because you have to hit those numbers every single month, okay? The numbers you need to promote, you need to hit those every single month. If you're not hitting those every single month, that's a problem. At least your own personal numbers, right? What can you control? You can control your PRV. Go book some more parties, all right? If you're not working to do that, that's selfish. You can't make other people work on your team. So if you don't hit group numbers, okay, let's figure out how to make that happen. I'm here for that. But if you yourself are holding yourself back from getting the potential of your check, from taking care of your people, that is selfish. And I'm going to be very frank and just straight up transparent. That's not a leader I want to work with. At all. I want to work with a leader who wants to take care of their people, okay? Then I want to take care of that leader, all right? I got your back if you're going to do what's right and if you're going to take care of your people. If you're not willing, I ain't got nothing but love for you from far away, because I got people who really want it, okay? And I tell the same thing to the leaders. Focus on those that want it, those that are showing up, and not just with the best of the best PRV or the best of the best sponsoring. You want people who are going to show up to pour back into our team page. Who cares about other people? Okay? If I say, oh my gosh, Angelina, you could promote this month, and Angelina has a sponsor, which is me. But if she had a different sponsor and I said, you could promote, and she's like, I could? That's a red flag to me that her sponsor is not doing their job. They're not taking care of her. They're not letting her know what she needs to get to the next level. Okay. Another did you know with sponsoring? Did you know with sponsoring, leaders should be focused on growing more leaders. Leaders should be focused on growing more leaders, and directors should be focused on growing directors, okay? That is huge. If that's not a focus of yours and you're a leader, you might want to take a non-leadership role, which is perfectly fine, by the way. Okay. If you open that door to leadership and you're like, this is not for me, this is too much, I don't want to do this. I don't want to make sure that I have at least 500 PRV and I'm pushing myself to be the best I can be. You can call Scentsy and you can say, hey, I want to take a non-leadership role. And that's commendable rather than you just sitting there not doing anything. That's not commendable. Okay. That's kind of like, ugh, why are you doing that? That's gross. Selfish. All right. It is commendable for you to be like, this isn't for me. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm not about this. I'm not going to check in with these people. I'm not going to love on them. I'm not going to take care of them. And I don't want to work my own business. That's fine. That's fine because guess what? Your people now roll up to your sponsor. Okay. That's okay. Don't act like you want something if you don't, or if you thought it was something and it's not, it's okay to take a step back. All right. I will say, because I've had this happen, it is very frustrating if you finally realize that you want to take a step back after you already hit director. Okay. That's not cool. I have personal feelings about that one. Because it's happened to me. I don't like that. That's not fair. But because that's such a large group of people that are looking at you and are like, oh my gosh, this is my director, this is my leader. They're a part of your group. They want to be a part of your group for a reason. And then you just step back. That's gross. So figure that out before you get to director. Okay. Before we're in a month where things are happening really fast and you're like, oh crap, all of a sudden I'm a director, and it takes time, but you should be intentionally wanting director if that's what you're working for. Okay. So all of those little did you knows when it comes to sponsoring. Sponsoring is not easy. It's one of the hardest things in this business, but it is so much fun if you have the right mindset, okay? Just loving on people, pouring into them, helping them reach their goals. There's no better feeling in this business than that. But you have to be willing to do those things. So I'm really, really big this year about servant leadership. Our leaders should be serving their people, not to where they're putting themselves out, not to where they're answering you at midnight. Absolutely not. There needs to be boundaries. But our leaders should be willing to come on this page and train. They should be willing to go on the leader page and train. They should be willing to check in. Hey, Angelina, how are you doing? Hey, girl, I saw your numbers. This month you're looking good. They should be willing to run a dang report, okay? And they know how to do that. There's trainings on that. But our leaders should be willing to do those things. They should be willing to love on their team, because when they're doing what they should be doing and their team is doing all these cool things, they get bonuses from Scentsy. If you're going to get bonuses, you need to take care of your people. Period. Okay. I take leadership very, very seriously. All right. I love being a leader. It's one of my biggest, most favoriteest things in this business. But I do want to make sure that if I'm working with a leader to get to the next level, or someone's like, I really want to be a leader, but I'm on the fence, I want to be completely transparent with them. And I want them to understand what they need to stay a leader, to continue moving up as a leader. Okay. And I want them to know how to take care of their people, because no one should join Scentsy and be like, I've never heard from my sponsor. No one should join Scentsy and say, wait a minute, I didn't know I was supposed to have a launch party. And that has happened. And that is extremely frustrating on my end, okay? Leaders need to take care of their people. If you're going to open your mouth to have someone join, take care of them and look to level up. If you don't, and someone's like, I really want to join your team, send them to someone who will take care of them, okay? Don't just hoard teamies for no reason, because otherwise your check isn't thanking you. You're not maximizing it, right? Your people aren't thanking you because you're not taking care of them, okay? And like, you're just sitting there, I don't know what you're doing, twiddling your thumbs. I don't know. It's not okay. So leaders, take care of your people, all right? If you want to sponsor, let's talk about it openly and honestly. If you get into sponsoring and you're like, this is not for me, call Scentsy support, take a non-leadership role. That's okay. But just, please do it before you hit director in the name of Jesus. Please, okay? Because the higher up you get, you need a certain amount of directors to be paid at title in order to get those bonuses from Scentsy. Okay? You've got people who are working and wanting to work with their director. And when their director bows out and they've got a team of 50, that's kind of gross. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Okay? I'd much rather you call Scentsy when you've got a team of like 15. All right? Or less than 15 would be great. Like maybe 2. You realize this isn't for me, then you take it on leadership. That would be ideal, okay? But I get it. Some people, it doesn't click then, and that's okay. So We are here. This is a safe place, okay? I will always be open and honest with you. You guys know that. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to speak the truth. I still love you no matter what. No matter what you decide to do with your business, I still love you. But if you're a leader, if you're looking to sponsor, you've got to take care of your people. You've got to, okay? Got to make sure you're doing right. Otherwise, what's the point? You could just be hanging out as a certified consultant, doing whatever you want, all right? So, leadership is heavy. It is a big door to open, but it's a wonderful door to open if you're up for the challenge, if you're up for growing and wanting to lead from the front, okay? I don't have the highest PRV in our group right now. You don't have to have the highest PRV in our group, okay? I'm in the top 3, but I don't have the highest. There are people who are balls to the walls right now, and it's amazing, and it's wonderful, and I'm going to celebrate them, okay? You don't have to be the best of the best. You do have to take care of your people in the best way you can. All right? All right, y'all. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Yes, I did put Tip Tuesday. It's not Tuesday, but that's fine. And I will talk to y'all soon. If you're wanting to sponsor, it is a Join Conversation month because of the Join Special. Let's chat about it, okay? Let's chat about it. Let's chat about it. Make sure that you don't have to know it all. You do not. We are here to help you in all of the ways. I just want you to know on your end what you need to do, okay? All right. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night.